See, normally at this time you would be hearing music. You would be hearing a song introducing the show. Slide into it a little bit. Well, we ain't got that today. Why? Well, because John's a dumbass and left his iPad somewhere where it ain't here. It's over at my son's house, and that controls all my buttons and all my music. Anyway, it's Sunday. We're here. We just got no music. That's all. And but we'll get by without it. Dwizzle 2.0 was the first one to jump in, followed by Ask. Cobra Jet Cat is here. Kelly 1313. JT Libs is with us. Roger Himmelwright. Bunny Griffin, thank you, darling. Sam is here. Debbie Capran. Common Sense. And like I say, who don't need that? We all need that in here. Dan Hack is here. Cam Research and Jacob. Thank you very much. Trudy Baxter. Drew W. How you doing? Jamie B with us. Linda Gallup, Dorothy Tyndall, Nancy Halverson, Cam Research. Sammy Marcy. Boy, howdy shit. Franca Slayer. Everybody's here. Shit, let me grab my thing here and zip it down here to the bottom so I know where the hell I am, because obviously John's having memory issues. Just remembering where I put shit. Anyway, drive off and leave it somewhere. Anyway, it is Sunday. And, yeah, that's working finally. That just came on. It is Sunday, and I've had a good weekend, relatively speaking. I had a little minor accident on Friday. I reported that. That's why I didn't get my beer and butt out. I was involved in a minor traffic accident, very minor on my end. I had just left a red light that had turned green, and thank goodness I wasn't quick on the draw, because had I been, I would have been T-boned. But I was a little slow leaving the green light, leaving the light there, and a young lady who had tried to beat the light and ran the light, as she took the brunt of it. Her car was disabled and had to be towed off and everything, but she accepted responsibility. She ran the red light. She was very concerned, very young lady who was just beside herself, and had just had surgery, had stitches on her stomach and stuff, and yeah, it turned out well. So to everybody that was sent regards on that issue, I appreciate it tremendously. But yeah, there were no injuries involved, and especially on my end, it was barely the damage you can be seen on the front end of my vehicle, which will be repaired easily by the other insurance company. Anyway, that's my personal life. Anyway, outside of that, I've had a nice time. Went to concert with my sons, got some relaxing, and trying to take stock of my life, and you know how you do. You walk down memory lane and all that shit, and look at all the shit that we've looked at. And we're 6 months into his second term today. 6 months in. And the words still ring true in my head. Boy, howdy shit. In 6 months, look where we are. Look where this country has come in 6 months. And none of it's good. None of it is good. And all the bullshit that he spread about, how everything's going to be different on day one. Well, it was. Just not in the way he described it. It's taking a bad turn. Anyway, I missed my buttons. I ain't got my buttons, Miss Chick.
No buttons.
No buttons. I got no buttons to play with. Shit, no.
That means that we're not going to hear the song tonight that everybody's going to scream for.
No, I can't. That's right. That's right. I can't play the shit. Boy, howdy crap.
Oh, no.
See,
I guess we'll have to make do.
We'll muddle through. We'll muddle through. Yeah. So how you been?
Always. Okay.
Good.
Busy doing some stuff that I've avoided doing, and it's like, okay, I guess I'll do some stuff.
I've done some very relaxing stuff here lately that I needed badly, and didn't realize just how much I needed it. But yeah, some little time on the beach, a little time enjoying life in general itself, and trying to stay away from. Well, you can't stay away from the shit because it sucks you right back in.
Right.
Yes, I know it, but I am. I'm taking the time off during this little spat that the Republicans, the MAGA crowd, are having with their dear leader over the Jeffrey Epstein fallout and everything, and it's still playing. He's out there
Yeah.
trying to, distract, and we're going to open up
He
Alcatraz
seems a bit
again.
perturbed, doesn't he?
Yes, he seems to be concerned about it for some reason.
I
We
just
need
don't
to.
know. I thought it was a big nothing
Hey,
burger. I mean,
no, it is. It's a big nothing burger. Let's just see how that nothing. Well, he's suing. He's suing. Who is it? CBS and all the parent, all that. 20 billion dollars.
Okay, well, let's see. He already did the thing, I thought, with CBS, and they settled.
This
But
is over
the next one is the Wall Street. The next one's the Wall Street Journal.
The Wall Street Journal. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm getting a little mixed up. I'm getting ahead of myself. Yes, the story they ran about the little doodling thing, and but he can't. If you play that through in your head, it's all a bluff. He could sue for 50 billion. Hell, make it trillions. Go for the big, numbers we haven't even heard of before. Go after whatever comes after trillion, zillion, whatever, because that makes the news.
Yeah, and to get back to that CBS thing,
Right.
we all know what happened to Stephen Colbert.
Yeah.
But what we don't know is, in that settlement that they agreed upon about the 60 Minutes thing, what else was written in there? What else? And
Evidently.
but I did go back and watch
What they
the
got
day
a word for this.
before that happened, what Stephen said on his show the day before they told him that they would be terminating his show. And it was pretty,
Well, that's what he's
all
known
about,
for.
It was like the whole first part of the show was all about Epstein files. So I'm sure that's what prompted it.
They're trying to silence the left.
But they're giving him 10 months. He's got 10. He's not going to be terminated for 10 months, supposedly.
I don't know.
Which probably has to do with his contract. I'm going to assume that his contract gets renewed at a certain time every year or whatever. So maybe he still has 10 months on his contract. I don't know. I'm just, putting that out there. But boy, get your popcorn and watch him every night during the week, because he's not going to have any problems now.
Two people I really admire when it comes to commentary, and that is Jon Stewart and Stephen Colbert. Watch them all the time. I think they have great insight, and I get a good laugh besides. So yeah. And what did Donnie come out with? Like Jimmy Kimmel's next? He's got a list, baby.
Probably.
Oh yeah. Don't need all them liberal voices out there,
And who was it? Was it Adam Schiff was on the show the night he announced that his show was being canceled? And in their interview of what they were talking about, he pretty much said, "Donald, piss off." So,
what the hell? What the hell? I'm sorry, I just glanced up at our list in the audience, and I saw somebody on the list saw somebody in the audience, and well, I guess I scared him off.
Oops. Yep.
No, I was surprised to see that name there, because I know where he is. I said, what the fuck? How are you doing that? Anyway, no. It was Randy. Randy Peterson was in there for a minute. But
is he on one of his tours, or?
He's on a boat right now.
Well, they got Wi-Fi on boats.
He's in the North Atlantic, I think.
Right, but you can Wi-Fi with your phone on boats. They got Wi-Fi, satellite Wi-Fi.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe I just.
Anyways,
he's having a great time. I'm happy as shit for him. We're watching him on YouTube, where he's posting all his shit, everything. Hey, let me catch up, because Memphis Applegate came in with a $20 donation. Memphis, thank you. And Gregory Brown just came right behind him and came in with a $20 donation and said, and no one can stop him. That's the part of this. Thank you, Gregory, and thank you, Memphis. That's the part of this that is kind of hard to take.
John, there's one in
He is.
between that.
He's a master at this shit. A master
Yeah.
at distraction. A master of getting out of tight spots, changing the narrative in the news cycle. And he will. He will. But
Yeah.
you know, to and the question, and thank you, Miss Chick, because you're a voice in this too. I was thinking about what you said the other day, and it does. It speaks more to our nation and our society. It doesn't give a shit about Donald Trump. It doesn't give a shit about who's on the list. What matters is if we don't follow through on this, if we don't prosecute and investigate this to the fullest extent, then what does that say about us and our willingness to turn our back and turn our head to child trafficking?
It's called lawlessness.
Yes. Yes. And that's more, it's sometimes you just back up, when you're sitting on the beach watching sunset, and you're thinking about the big scope of things and the bullshit that this country has been through in the last 9 years. Just utter bullshit. Accepted by a society that I don't know what the fuck, they got their head up their ass?
Yeah, they do. I think they do.
Not us.
We shouldn't
Not
say
us.
all of them. I think there are some that have their limits, and they're starting to turn their head in the other direction.
Right.
Because there's lines that have been crossed, and at some point you're like, wait a minute, I have a line.
Yeah.
And my line's, a lot closer. How can we
preach about moral responsibility and integrity and all of that shit? How can we preach our religions in the churches? Oh yeah. How can we do that if we're not willing to stand up and pursue this to the end, to everybody that was doing this shit?
Well, we all come back around to the courts again, don't we? We all come back down to the Constitution and whether it's being properly. I've got something here for you out of the Constitution. Article 3, Section 1.
Article 3, Section 1.
The judicial power of the United States shall be vested in one Supreme Court and in such inferior courts as the Congress may from time to time ordain and establish. The judges, both of the Supreme and inferior courts, shall hold their offices during good behavior and shall, at stated times, receive for their services a compensation which shall not be diminished during their continuance in office. Ba-ba! Good behavior, John. They can be removed.
Now, yeah,
but we need that ethics thing to happen. We need someone that can oversee and do something about the ethics thing. They can be impeached.
I know just the guy. What's his name?
Yeah.
Yeah. Emil. What's his name? Beauvais. Beauvais.
Oh,
yeah.
Beauvais.
Prime guy for the guy. Prime guy. Yeah. Ethics out the ass. Morality can't question it, and his loyalty to Trump is chiseled in stone, baby.
Yeah. Whatever.
We're in desperate times right now.
We are.
We are.
And
it all depends right now on the midterms. On the midterms,
well,
baby. Who's going to control the House after the midterms? Because if he remains in control, and that's in play. It's in play down here in Texas because guess what? I'm trying to redistrict again. Yep, and that's what Donnie wants to do. Redistrict Texas again because, we need it. Are you shitting me?
Well, yeah. Well, we need to force that redistricting in our favor then, I guess.
Yes, if they want to play that game, there's ways we can play that game. And let's don't have any we could play the how do you want to put this? Shit. we could play the game the way it should be played. But when the
But it
other
shouldn't be a
side,
game. It shouldn't
it
be a
should not
freaking
be a
game.
game. No, but
And
it is, and that's what redistricting is. And that's what we're talking about, redistricting.
right,
And
fudging
it
around
is a
and this and
political
that.
tool. It is a political tool. I think
Right.
districts
No,
ought to have a set freaking shape and stamp them out like
I think
goddamn,
I don't
you
think
know.
tool is the right word. I think it's still you got it more correct the first time with game. They're gaming the
Yeah,
system, and
that's
that
what it
goes
is.
both ways. But
Yes,
the other part
it's
is
more heavily played by the Republicans, though. Let's be honest about it. I mean, Democrats
if,
have done it too, but
right, and if we
it's a big
get
game.
if we do manage to make any headway in these midterms, because I'm in my heart, I'm not holding anything up there to. We've been busted before, but
Right.
it's the focus. If we can get control back, if that happens, we need our Democrats to change their focus. They need to stop going on, decorum and all of that. They need to turn around and do exactly what was done. They need to look at the loopholes, take the breaches where they need to take the breaches, get these guys out, and then shore up those loopholes.
Right
And that's
now,
it. We have to have a plan to fix it.
the Republicans have a plan now. Donnie's trying to push down here to redistrict Texas. This is years and years ahead of schedule. He wants it
Oh,
done.
sure it is. It's always
Yeah.
they're always ahead of schedule.
Well,
That's the
because
whole
he wants it
point.
redistricted because it would pick up 5 seats in the state of Texas. It would add 5 seats, and all Republican. In the balance of that would do in the House.
Right. So what do? We lollygag and go, okay, well, we'll get some
No, we do the
candidates
same
and
thing in
we'll do
California.
this and
Hey,
we'll do
let's
that.
redistrict California. Let's
We
pull out
play
a
by
few
the
more.
rules because, yeah.
Yeah,
Whereas they read between
it's
the lines, between all the rules, and bust them all the time until it's like, I'll just break this rule until somebody does something about it.
yeah.
So we have to play the same game. If they're playing games, you have to play the same game. You have to have
Oh shit.
defense and offense. And
Oh man.
I hate it. I don't like it, but it is what it is. And if we can get a majority back somewhere, we need to use it to our advantage in a better way than we have been. There was so much more that could have been done because they knew that this would happen. They just didn't want to believe that he would get reelected.
Right.
That's beside the point. They should have been looking at this stuff in regards of the next time any Republican got back in, they would have fixed this stuff. They had 4 years that they could have done this, and nope, they didn't. They didn't do any of it. So I'm a little disheartened there, but
Well, we can't let that play on us. Hey, let me call out Gregory Brown, who came back with another $20 donation. Gregory, thank you very much. And said the problem with it is anyone who is a threat to him winds up getting a call at home, a whisper in their ear. The people running the institutions are genuinely scared to go against him. And yeah, ain't that the truth? And it shows. And it makes you wonder, what kind of a power does this man have on those people? You know, the power to primary them to, but again, a politician, they only get the bennies as long as they're in office, whether it be by Donald Trump's hand or our vote. Then they don't stay in office unless they win the vote. So it's ultimately up to we the people. And let me thank Vincent Sarabo, who came in with a $2 donation and said, "Release the damn list now." There ain't no list. Vincent, I'm sorry to tell you, brother. I seen it in the news. There's no list. Came out and said, nothing to see here, folks. Everybody go home, go back to your houses, put down the pitchforks. It's all good. So, Vincent, don't worry about it. There is no list.
There was one other person that had donated, Benjamin, and I can't scroll back far enough to see the other name.
Where?
Had donated $20. It didn't ding because he didn't put a comment in it.
Oh shit! What was
Yeah.
Benjamin?
Benjamin.
Benjamin, thank you very much. Damn it. Yeah, if you can try to make a comment because I think that sometimes they come through without a comment.
Yeah, I know. I can't figure that out.
I'm trying to. Brown. And well, shit. Vincent Saravo just came back with another $2 and said he's threatening their lives.
Yep.
It seems that's serious. They're scared to death of him. Hello, Candace.
Hey, John, how are you?
I'm doing all right, darling. Doing all right.
Can you hear me, honey? Want to make sure.
I can hear you just fine.
Okay.
I can hear you
All
just
right.
fine. Trying to keep my eyes on everything. I forgot my damn iPad. I forgot my iPad.
I was watching the local. Oh, I'm sorry. I was watching the local news a while ago, 5 o'clock news. John Cornyn's all over it with his ads. I'm like, where's the Democrats?
Shit me outstanding. I'm sorry, that's automatic.
I know.
All right. Go ahead.
I said, I was watching the 5 o'clock news, and John Cornyn was running all his campaign ads already, and I was like, where's the Democrats? Where's your...
That's part of this. Is midterms is a year and a half away.
Yeah, and and I know
our political
a lot of people
season
don't show
never
up for the
ends.
midterms.
Our political season never ends anymore. There's no respite between campaigns or it's just constant. And so they're already playing the game. And we need to be.
Just like they did.
I think
Just
there's
like they did
faces
with Trump
coming
the
out.
first time.
I think there's voices coming out within the Democratic Party that are starting to show. I was looking at an article. I can't see it right now, and I don't want to go looking for it. But had a list of about 8 of them. Voices that are being prominently heard within the Democratic circles. Okay, let me catch up again. Mega Wet Willie came in with $10. I'm sorry, babe. My view, Democrats won't change until the old guard are gone and replaced with new blood, as I think they are working with the Republicans. Otherwise, why force out the younger Democrats who want change? And I do, Mega Wet Willie, believe the future is within a younger demographic within the Democratic Party. And right now we need to capitalize that because it's been reported all over the place. In a midterm, you're looking at what party's more motivated to vote. And right now the polls and all are saying, well, Donnie's party's down in the dumps. They're just pissed off all about this shit. And the Democratic Party is motivated because of the price we're paying for 6 months into his term. On the international stage, on the domestic stage, things are not good. Things aren't all rainbows and unicorn parts the way he promised they would be. And so, hey, let me thank Jeanette Dahl, who came in with a 50 Danish Krone donation and said, the governor of California has said they will do the same thing. They are looking into whether it can be done. Yes, and she's talking about redistricting. Because Gavin Newsom is looking at it. They're going to try to do this in Texas, try to gain 5 seats. And they could pull it off. Don't think they can't. Yep. Texas is that freaking...
Oh, yeah.
Yes, we can, baby. And so we just add 5 congressional seats to the House, and they would all be red. So either we play the game they're playing, or we're just going to watch the disparity between right and left grow more on the Republican side. And that's just, it's bullshit. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
Hey, I got an idea here because we like. Yep.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
It's a new name. We don't know. You never know. You never know.
Okay.
We've had Super Saiyan in here before.
Oh, have we? I'm sorry.
If she'll unmute her mic.
If she'll unmute her mic. There she is.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm doing okay.
I love the hair. I love the hair.
Thank you. I have a couple points that I wanted to bring up. One, the Trumpstein files were released on July 13th of last year in Florida on the day yes, on the day of the fake assassination attempt. Yeah.
Oh,
So, because Ron DeSantis, they were in a bickering fight because he wanted to run for president again. And so those were released by a judge, and the court transcripts of several of the people that were suing him civilly had court transcripts that were released. And so Katie Johnson was one of them. So there were the Trumpstein files because it was Trump and Epstein involved. And the Katie Johnson one was, she got tired of running and hiding from him because of the death threats. And so she actually released them. No, I have a list of all of the court documents against Trump compiled that I can actually put on the Discord server for you. It's all of the court documents.
Feel free.
And I will. So that was a diversion tactic that ended up getting 3 people, one seriously, two seriously injured and one killed, all at the expense, because if it was a real attempt on his life, they would not have exposed his head. And there have been links from the woman's Secret Service to the Kremlin and the KGB. But anyway, I digress. But also, if we really need to play their game by us gerrymandering, because if we gerrymandered in the districts we could, I guarantee they would put a stop to gerrymandering. I guarantee you.
I agree with that.
I do too. If we played the same game at the same level that the Republicans do, then we could manage the House. We could take the House.
Well, they wouldn't like it.
No,
they wouldn't like it, and they could have stopped the gerrymandering.
Foul. They would scream
yes, they would.
Foul. If Gavin Newsom if they decide out in California to try redistricting out there, you can bet your ass Trump and the whole damn GOP is going to go nuts, screaming all sorts of shit about gerrymandering and they're trying to steal the House and all this. And that's exactly what they're trying to do down here in Texas. This is from Trump.
I'm tired of the proliferation and taking a knife to a gunfight. Mount up, boys. Let's go.
Let's go, baby.
And also, I wanted to bring up, have you heard about the court case in New York where Smart Elections is bringing that case and they're doing a recount?
On the 24th?
Yes.
I'm all for that.
They're doing a recount.
I'm all for that.
And also, and they're also Election Truth Alliance. Election Truth Alliance is they've been looking at all the voter data since he supposedly won, and they found all kinds of discrepancies on all these different precincts, especially in the swing states. And they've also found evidence in the Texas voting data. Because my vote was not cured. It was accepted, but it was not cured, which means counted. And I was really upset about that.
Yeah, because Abbott threw out 1.7 million for us here in Texas is what he threw out, and mine wouldn't count it either, honey. I know it wasn't.
Exactly. Yes, and I don't know if you've heard of Greg Palast. He's a investigative. He's a statistical. He was a statistical professor. He was also a gentleman that worked in Homeland Security, and he did elections in different countries as well as ours. And he has a documentary that was sponsored by, funded by Martin Sheen and Leonardo DiCaprio, that's called Vigilante Inc. And if you go to www.gregpalast, spelled PALAST.com, you can watch his documentary for free, and it talks about all the voter purges that went on. And there were over 1 million voter purges just in Texas alone.
It's not over.
No. And he said that if we do not get the voter purges from stopping, then we're pretty much screwed in all of our elections. So there's a lot of work going on.
We exactly promote, do check your voter registration. Check it off. It doesn't cost a damn dime to make sure that you're registered, because they're trying to purge the vote again. They're trying to run everything.
Sure. Also, all of that information is on that registration card when they send it to you. It matches your driver's license, because if there's one letter misspelled in your name or on that
Anything.
registration versus they
Anything.
will kick your vote out. Anything.
Yes.
Make sure it
Yes.
matches.
And
That's
also
the
for
other-
the women out there, the married women out there, they
Yes.
have this new thing that if it does not match your birth certificate, you will not be allowed to vote. So if you are married and you have a different name from your birth certificate, you need to make sure that you have your birth certificate and your marriage license, and you need to make sure that you need to make sure that you have a documentation of your marriage certificate and your birth
through
certificate
this hoop.
and a new ID, so that you can be allowed to vote. Because
Jump
a lot
through
of
this
people
hoop.
cannot afford to get a passport.
Right.
So
Right.
they're trying to make it to where women are not allowed to vote. So they're trying all different shenanigans. But it's and also I did want to mention, every time I call my representatives and my senators, which I do often, I try to do it daily, I always I remind them of the Nuremberg trials, and that just because you are following orders does not mean that you're not going to be held to account for your crimes.
Indeed.
Exactly.
Indeed.
If you can, when you call them, remind them of that.
It's lawful orders. Following
Yes.
lawful orders. That's the key
Yes,
word they
'cause
forget.
Yes, because
Yeah.
Hitler, he changed the democracy to fascism in 53 days, and he did it by making unlawful things lawful. Sorry, I had a lot to say.
That's all right, darling. That's all right. Let me catch up though, because
Thank
Pauline
you.
Hall came in with a
Thank you.
$20. You're good, baby. Came in with a $20 donation and said, "Happy birthday, Mama Lois Barber, at 92 years young and full of spice." And
Yes.
indeed, it is Miss Lois's birthday, and I'm pretty sure she's listening. So, Miss Lois, for 92, baby, you're still she's still on top of her game, baby. When it comes to
Happy
politics and
birthday.
everything, oh man, she is on it. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mama Lois. Happy birthday
Happy
to
birthday.
you. Baby, that just tickles me. Yes, I already knew it.
Yes.
I already knew it.
Thank
was
you
her
so much.
birthday. Anyway,
Thank you for letting me
Irene-
share.
Irene Marconi
Appreciate it.
came in with a $10 donation and said, MAGA hates free speech. Hate is their driving force. And indeed it is, Irene. It's what it's what he ran on. It's what he sells. It's what keeps him in office. Is pure
Yes.
hate, baby. And Joyful Saturn came in with a $5 donation and said, I am proud to say that I voted against Trump 4 times. I voted for Al Gore in 2000. Outstanding, joyful. Ain't it nice? Ain't it nice? What do you? A
Yes.
calming effect on
Thank
your
you.
on your. Anyway.
Thank you so much for
Minaj,
letting me share.
You're welcome, baby. Come back anytime. We're here.
Well, thank y'all again.
Oh,
Keep
you
up the
bet.
fight.
Indeed, baby.
Hey,
We're
John.
all in it.
Hey, John, I got a question.
Uh huh. What?
I got a question. I think we should take a pool in this room and to figure out if that Richard Murdoch case against the Wall Street Journal ends up in Eileen Cannon's court down there, so it gets stuffed down.
You know, that's the sad
'Cause he
part of
filed it in
this.
Florida.
It's not going to end up in court. This
This
whole
is
thing,
going
it's
to be
going
a
to get thrown out.
donation.
It's going to get
I
thrown
think
out.
this is going to be a write-off. I think this is going to be a tax write-off in a way for him to donate to Trump without it being seen as. I think this is a way for him to have basically a donation to him as a write-off, tax write-off.
Everything.
But-
Donald
Now, that's a
Trump.
perspective. That's a perspective. Yeah.
You know, but it'll look like a little fight, but it's not really. You know, that's just my
Who
view.
knows?
But you know,
This is craziness.
they're just they're too crafty in their evilness. You know.
I know. I know.
All right.
But that's just me. Thank you so much. Appreciate y'all. I'll let someone else speak.
No, that's
Love
all right.
y'all.
You're fine. We have an open table here, darling.
Oh,
This
okay.
is just a conversation. Yeah, we invite people
Yes,
in
ma'am.
all the time. Look here, we just
Okay.
invited Yelly Man in.
Hi, Yelly Man.
There you go, Yelly Man. How you doing, Yelly Man?
I'm fine. How are you doing, John? Can you hear
I'm
me?
hanging in there, brother.
Yeah, that's good to hear. Yeah, we're doing nothing but pay attention to what's going on in America right now, and
I think the world is.
I was really pissed off when I heard that Colbert got fired. I think this is a big thing.
That is utter
orchestrated
bullshit.
by Trump. I think it's orchestrated by Trump, and
It's a payoff.
yeah, he talked.
It's a bribe. The payoff.
And these fucking bastards were talking about cancel culture, and look what they're doing now.
Yeah.
Canceling.
Oh, they're trying to cancel the liberal voice. Late night TV has a tendency to piss Donnie off because
This is fascism.
because they talk about him. Normally he likes that, but when it's constantly negative, it gets on his nerves. It hurts his little feelings. He gets his butt hurt, and then he strikes out because he thinks he can control free speech in this country. And it appears like he's making a hell of an impact on it, doesn't it? Because like you said, what did he say? He said, what's his name's next?
Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah, Jimmy Kimmel's next.
Jimmy Kimmel.
Anybody who speaks out against Donnie, well, you're on the list, baby. Because, that's how free speech works. It's free as long
But
as...
I mean, we know that Kimmel is not on the Epstein list, though. So,
Right.
Yeah.
So,
It's just his play of The Apprentice in real, it's his play. You're fired. You're fired.
You're fired. What I was going to say is that it looks to me that Trump is freaking out of this Epstein thing, and I think this Epstein file is going to stick like flies on shit.
I hope so. I hope so, because he's going to do
This is
everything
really
he can
bad.
to distract from it.
Yeah.
For sure.
With
They're
something
already
outrageous
talking about the Russia hoax now. They're trying to bring it back to the Russia hoax.
Yeah,
Donnie?
Tulsi Gabbard. Yeah.
Tulsi
Gabbard.
Yeah, the Russian hoax, the Epstein hoax. The word hoax gets played a lot. Because he believes his devoted followers are ignorant enough to believe it. It's all.
No, Tulsi Gabbard announced today that she's going to put an investigation in Obama on that. That's what I'm telling you. That came out just a little bit ago.
Really?
So they're
She
trying to
wants an
distract.
investigation into Obama for the
Hilarious.
Epstein.
Oh, yes. Yeah, we got to bring back Obama back for the deep base. Come on, John. We got to come back on track.
Is it for the tan suit?
Hey, I don't give a shit. If it leads to a deposition out of Donald Trump, let's go. I don't give a shit who it is. I don't care who it is.
Discovery, baby. Discovery. I can't wait.
It.
Let's do Discovery.
Yeah, if there's one deposition, boy, howdy shit, I want them all. Everybody. What did you do? What did you say?
I want Trump to start
only for presidential.
No, but
only for presidential duty. Oh, I'm sorry.
Start an investigation on if Trump was in character, he would start another birther investigation on Obama, just because he had sources that he wasn't born in Hawaii. So maybe he should go and dig in Kenya and see if he can find him there. It's
don't give him ideas.
No, I
but
won't.
This is also. He's only got immunity for presidential duty, and see that was before he was president. So he's effed. Yeah. He's effed. That's why he settled.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why he settled with the civil case.
But did somebody say that Gary Newsom is considering gerrymandering California?
Yes.
That's a good thing if he does. Because that might actually.
Hey, if you're going to play that game, we got to play by the same rules. One side can't just be doing everything over here, cheating all their ass off, and then the other side over here going, "Well, we're going to be so good, it's just going to hurt the fuck out." No.
Yeah.
New York.
Let's play the same game.
Pennsylvania.
New York. New Jersey.
Pennsylvania. Yeah.
Well, not only that, but redistricting. Not only that, but Texas is redistricting 5 years after the census, and it's supposed to be every 10 years. They're breaking the rules. They're breaking the rules like blatantly. So go for it. Let's throw the rules out the window.
That's what this is right now. We are 5 years into the next census, and by rule, that's when they redo the districts. Is by when you have a new census.
Absolutely.
The population changes, and all of a sudden want to do it right in the midstream. Yeah, it smacks of political a hit job, and it's aimed at creating 5 new districts in Texas. And believe me, baby, there's space out here to do it. We got some districts that are just huge. Don't nobody
Well,
live in them, but they'll
not
get a
only
congressman.
not
You
only
know,
that, but what do they do? What do Republicans do? They use rural districts to build their prisons, private profit prisons at
yes,
that,
they do.
to use their prisoners as in their census so that they can gain more representatives,
Yep.
which is
Exactly.
another way of cheating.
There's
Exactly.
not a way that they don't think about this shit. I believe. You
Exactly.
know,
I mean, they don't do
they
anything
attack
by
it
the
from
rules.
every direction.
They sure do. Yeah, and that's why
Yeah.
they load the prisons full of people that aren't even guilty. They use these civil
I think they're trying to
defendants,
do that in San
defenders.
Francisco. They're going to reopen Alcatraz. Going to put all sorts of prisoners in
It's
there.
insane.
Yeah,
Yeah, which costs
that
so
is
much
just
money just to
such
run. It's a
bullshit.
rust bucket.
That's
It's a
so
rust
much
bucket.
bullshit. The whole idea of even, they were reporting it has no sewer system, no water system.
Yeah.
Everything. That's why it was shut down because it was too
Yeah.
expensive to run. Everything
Absolutely.
has to be brought to the island and taken off of the island on a
Yeah, they
daily
make more
basis.
money as a museum.
Yes, they actually make more money with tourists coming in. They only got a boat ride over there, and they're paying for that.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, the admission to
It's
it, and all
making
that
them
shit is
money.
making money. And
Yeah, it's insane.
It would take, I don't know, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of millions to bring that place up to any kind of usable space.
It's just insane. I mean, they're just
but
the
it's a distraction.
most incompetent.
And
Yeah.
it's for the MAGA crowd. Yeah, the ones the ones that are just I voted for Trump. You like that fucking shit? Yeah, America. That kind of crowd. And they're going to eat
Yeah,
it up.
it's-
Yeah,
you mean the
Alcatraz.
ones-
That's what you put them in Alcatraz because they have some fantasy
The ones that want to protect
idea
our
in their head.
kids from the pedophiles. Yeah, we're gonna put people in, but they condone alligators eating them, but they're pro-life, right?
If they want
Yeah.
to
What the hell?
protect kids, why are they kicking off the kids from Medicaid? Why aren't they
but
feeding
that's
them? Why are they
healthcare.
kicking them off?
They can
I know, but
get
why
over
are
it.
they kicking them off of the foods? Why are they taking food out of their mouths? They don't give a
Because they
shit
don't give
about
a shit.
kids.
They don't give a shit about
Exactly.
the society itself.
No,
They
no,
are more
not at all.
right now. The Republicans, as far as I can see, are all in on authoritarian regime. They want to see it go that way. They want to see an oligarch society where the rich and wealthy just run everything, and the rest
Well,
of
yeah.
us shut up and drink our vodka.
Yeah. Actually, no, they want us to drink raw sewage that's now allowed in our drinking water. Thank you, Scrotus.
Well, we don't. Again, there you go. It gets diluted. You don't even see it hardly, unless somebody had a bad case of runs. You'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
Dysentery,
Isn't it
all that
sad?
good
Isn't it
stuff.
sad though that we've come so
Hey.
far?
I got an
And-
update, John. Do you remember those bears I talked about that I was trying to save? Those brown bears?
Oh, I do recall you saying
I-
something about saving the brown bears.
Yeah, we were able to save them.
Yes.
Nice.
They were trying to kill one bear. No, one brown bear with 3 cubs, and we were able to stop the hunting.
Oh, that's wonderful.
That was a big victory.
I'm
Good.
I was
so glad.
happy.
I'm
Yeah.
so happy. I love wildlife.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, it's beautiful animals. I love them. So I mean,
Animals
I
provide
was so happy
such
when we.
comfort. If it weren't for my
Yeah.
dogs and my cats,
Well,
We found out. We
I'm
found
missing
out
the
that.
shit out of my donkey, big time.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love donkeys.
I
I was so
miss
upset
my
because-
donkey so
And,
very much.
oh, they're so awesome.
Very much. They are.
In
See,
2023, down in the Amazon endangered pink Amazon dolphins, 144 of them boiled to death because the water there was so
Water was
hot.
so hot.
Yeah. What does that tell you about our climate crisis that we're in?
Oh,
Yeah.
it's insane.
Tells me
yeah,
we're all
and I
gonna
mean,
die. Shit.
You
Yeah.
can't deny that we are in crisis mode.
No.
And our extreme
No,
weather
and-
patterns are getting worse and worse.
And in the Trump
mean-
administration's response to that is with weather.
It's
Well,
a
just
hoax.
don't look. Just don't look. If you don't look, it's
Yeah.
not there. If the hurricane, if it's not, you don't report on it. Don't worry about it. It's not there.
Right. In Texas, they had a study that said in 5 years we're going to run out of fresh drinking water, and we could be using the money. We have. Do you know that Texas has a $30 billion rainy day surplus fund? Yeah, just sitting there. We could be
Really?
using
Yeah,
that for
yeah,
an emergency alert system all over our state. We could be using it for infrastructure, but no, Abbott just has it sitting there. I mean, talk about our Texas, legislature and Congress and just being corrupt. I mean, we could be
Well, he's
helping
probably
the people
saving it
here.
for, border security. So he can put some more of that concertina
Another
water down there.
Operation Lone Star. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was a
that kind of
crock.
shit. Hey, let me
You
catch
know,
up because Lanaj came
no
in with a
problem.
$10 donation. Oh, 18 minutes ago, Donald. I'm so sorry. And came in with $10 and said, "Oh Lordy, thanks family for being here." And that little donation wraps up. And I had a discussion this morning with one of our Blue Dots, Mark, our Blue Dot greeter, called me this morning. We had to talk. And again, in that conversation, I told him the most rewarding thing in this whole damn show, this whole 9 years of doing this show, although I can't read it because it flies by, is in that chat. It's in that chat. That's where John gets his satisfaction. That's where I get my. It's the conversation that y'all have amongst yourselves. That while I'm running my mouth up here, or we're having discussions, that there's conversations going on in that chat. And when we start this show, the people saying hi to each other. And when we end this show, they're saying goodnight. It just. John's been in a nostalgic mood here lately. So, bear with me while I do that occasionally. Because it's the best reward I get for doing this. Because believe me, and people have tried to tell me, John, just quit. I can't. It's not what she would have wanted. It's not what I want. Has the fight been hard and fucking long and dragging on and just a drain to your system? Yeah. Big time. Big time. And it makes you tired. It makes you weary. But the thought of where we're going gives me, I don't, whatever the cliche, the strength to keep doing this, to not let up. My head has not been, I would say, in the news as much as it should be here lately. But the desire to stay in the fight is. I was meant to do a rant on Friday. I was determined to do my Beer and Bud Friday on Friday, and kaboom, there it went. But I need to, not for y'all's benefit, but for my own. And
Do you have any subjects you wanted to talk about?
oh shit, all you have to do is open the
There's so
damn
many.
news any day, turn on your computer, look at the
Yeah.
headlines. There's something to rant about every damn day. It's just what takes precedent, the recent losses in my life and stuff, and there's so much that is involved with that, and we tend to forget, and it's draining. It is. It's draining.
How's your health going now, John? Are you
Shit.
feeling
I'm
okay?
good. I'm good. Yeah.
You're good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Passed all them tests,
Your arm-
Yeah, got the guy. Yeah, scored
your
an
arm is
excellent on
okay
all of them.
again?
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, huh?
You said your arm wasn't. You had problems with your arm. Is that better now?
Sure. See, I can do this.
Okay.
I'm
good.
old. I'm old, brother. Point to part, it all hurts. That's what I tell them. Everybody, you're just old. It sucks. It sucks, but it beats the alternative.
Yeah.
It's I've as I said here just recently, been walking down a whole lot of memory lane and whatnot, and it's like
You're gonna live to
everybody.
be 105. So, I
You're
mean,
gonna have good times. You're gonna have bad times. You're gonna fucking remember them all. You're gonna remember when. And but that's life, baby. That's what we all go through this shit. But getting back on subject, I need to get my shit back involved in on my rants because I do get a lot of.
Goes to channel, doesn't it?
I get a big release out of that. Anyway, hey, let me catch up. Non-useful too. Came in with $2 donation and said we've entered pedogate. Ah. Oh shit.
Yeah, no doubt.
That's what it is. Pedogate, and I am. Miss Chick, the discussion we had the other day, just put that back in my head, of what kind of society are we if we do not pursue this to the fullest extent of the law for everybody that was involved, knowingly trafficked or had sex with a young minor. That shouldn't be
Especially
a question of politics at all.
Hey, John. John,
Yes, dear. Yeah.
can I add something right there real quick? Whenever I'm traveling across America and I stop in these rest stops and take a break, and I go in the bathroom, and behind every door on your rest stops across this nation, there's call 1-800 if you're being trafficked. This is not something that's just coming out of the shadows. It's just getting, they're trying to keep it in the shadows, and now it's really getting light. And, we don't need it to go back to the shadows. I agree. I agree. And how do we keep it? How do we keep it in the forefront?
I hope something good comes out of this, that it kind of...
I do too. Yeah.
Because it's been so much pain and agony. It's been so much pain and agony with this, as Trump says, fucking asshole. It's been like the dictator for 10 years now. Literally. So I think that all the pain and suffering everybody had to endure, that I hope it's worth something, that everybody's going to come out in the other end a little bit wiser and a little bit smarter.
I hope we come out better for what we've gone through. For what?
Well, I call this party the Repedo cunts. The Repedo cunts.
Yeah. Let's keep that going. Hey, let me thank. Oh, excuse me. Let me thank Risk, who came in with a $20 donation and said thanks for being here. You mean a lot to all of us. Damn, I could use my mallet. See?
And I just keep reminding everyone that they voted to not allow them to debate releasing the Epstein files.
Yes.
They voted against allowing discussion and debate about releasing the Epstein clients.
That. Why would you do that? Why would you vote against that?
Exactly. Because they weren't going to expose the victims. They were going to expose those that victimize, the predators. They were going to expose the predators.
That's what they're concerned about. Who those predators are.
Yeah.
And it does. It speaks to the priority of our nation. What do we value more? Some assholes, political or judicial, standing in the world or some shit, or in the country?
Yeah, I don't care what side of the spectrum you're on. I don't care if you're Democrat, Independent, or Republican. If you're a predator, I want you to pay and be accountable for what you've done.
Yes, be accountable for what you've done. You went there, you did this, and that's it.
Yeah, exactly.
But what tells me,
they're not. It's just not. It's not going to be held accountable. No more than killing our kids.
That's what I fear.
Letting alligators eat people.
Yeah, I literally, when I called my representatives and senators regarding this, I was crying. I let them know that I am one of those victims, not on that list, but I am a victim from it being a child victim myself, and how much it affects me that they are not doing anything.
Preach it, sister, because I am too. You damn right.
Most
women have been stifled too damn long.
Are. Yeah, we need a Me Too movement.
Yes,
we really do. Because the misogyny in our, has been has been ramped up so much that it is about time that we raise our voices and scream it out loud.
I can
in
hear
their
the
faces.
outrage in y'all's little voices there, ladies, and y'all just need to take a step back. Us men can just handle everything here,
Yeah,
You
just
can
be
just go.
pretty. Look
I
pretty
know
and be
you've
quiet.
got dishes
I
to
know.
do.
I know.
The floor needs
Yeah.
vacuuming again.
Go bake some cookies.
Cookies. The kids
Remember,
need cookies, honey.
Remember,
It's
lay back and you won't
if
get
they
hurt.
had their way, that's what they want to go
Yeah.
back to, because if
I
they
know.
think it's like to make America great again. To what? To what demographic are
That's
you
what
speaking?
you're talking about, right there. That is it.
Mary Tyler
there,
Moore
John,
show.
that's it.
Not even that. It was what, My Three Sons or some shit like that. Whatever. That's
only
not
that,
the
but-
world that we lived in. That was what was presented on fucking TV.
But since Roe fell all the way to January of 2024, there were 24,000 forced rape victims that had to have their rapist baby in Texas alone, and they cannot go to court and get rid of the rapist's paternal rights because they can't prove they were raped.
There
That's
you go.
disgusting. And Abbott said we are no longer going to have rape in Texas. What did that mean? Underlying line is we're not going to prosecute
We're not gonna
rape
prosecute.
anymore. And do you know there are 7,000.
And boy, howdy, if you're
200
married, it doesn't matter. Your husband has a right to do
We're
whatever
gonna
the hell
go
he
back to
wants
that
to get.
shit. We're
Yep.
going back to the domestic violence against your wife. It's okay to beat the shit or stab her 49 times too. You watch.
Yes.
'cause she
Not only
got
that,
out of
Biden reinforced the women's protection act that Dinky is what I call Trump. Dinky took away during his first term, and then what did he just do with the second term? He took away those women protective rights again against the people that were stalking them and that were abusing them. He did it again.
He's
So
going
tell
down
me-
to the basic hordcore shit.
Wait a minute. Wait, you forgot
the suicide
one. You forgot
hotline
one.
call.
Yeah, veteran
forgot
suicide
one.
hotline. What?
You forgot one though. They're also, if you're married, you can't vote anymore.
Right.
Well, again,
Right.
why would you
Unless
need
you jump
to?
through hoops.
Why would you need to? Your husband is fully qualified to go out there and speak for you, young ladies that are, you got things to do. The fucking carpet needs vacuuming.
And not only that, veterans, he's saying that if you're a Democrat or if you're an unmarried woman in the VA, you cannot be treated. I mean, but you can give but you can actually, give your life to be, fighting for
serving
freedoms.
your country. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
But you can't
VA's,
get
the
healthcare.
VA's taking a hit too. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter. The demographics across the spectrum here, from VA to child education and child care to basic food subsidies. Those are the things that are they're on the hit list, baby.
Yes. And of course, what do? They make it to where all these things don't take place until after the midterms,
After
so
the
that their
midterms.
dumb voters will vote against their interests
There you
once
go.
again.
Oh, it's more. It's all the tax cut for like no tips for that goes into effect immediately.
Yeah.
But it
ends
sunsets right after the
2 years.
midterms.
Mhm.
So it
Yeah.
is. It's a fucking trick. Hey, look at here. We're going to give you this. Just vote my way. That's all. And then as soon as you do, well, out of shit, the vote's over. You lose that shit. Not only that, you're fixing to lose a whole lot more. Yeah.
Yes, they've made it to where Medicare gets slashed if the debt gets up to a certain amount. Well, of course, what did they make it do? They made it to where the debt gets up to that. So now we're going to get Medicare slashes as well.
Well, we had to get the debt
plan
under
all
control.
this crap.
The economy is out of control. The debt was out of control. Yeah. What did he do?
I mean, they're so conniving and evil. I mean, it's just. It's like
amazing how he claims that it's the deficit and the debt that it is so outrageous and out of control, and then he puts forth a budget that just adds trillions to it.
Yeah. And then they round up the undocumented.
Says, nothing to see here. It's,
right. And the undocumented put in $1 billion to Social Security, which they do not receive. The undocumented, each year, $1 billion into
they're
Social
not
Security.
getting it. They're
Exactly.
not getting it.
And then And I saw the writing on the wall. I was like, if he gets in office, he's going to make concentration camps, and he's going to round up the undocumented. He's not going to deport them. He's going to put them in concentration camps, and he's going to put them into labor camps, and then they're going to end up being death camps. I saw the writing on the wall, and that's exactly what he's doing.
It's disgusting. More than.
Yeah.
I think it's 77% of the people that they have rounded up.
No crime.
No crime.
Not even a traffic ticket.
Nothing.
Not even a traffic. Nothing. It's just shameful.
So, it is.
I call it Donnie's Dachau. Donnie's Dachau. That's what I call it.
And I'm glad to see the publicity that one gentleman got who's been in the country for over 30-something years, has 3 sons, and they all served the Marine Corps. 2 of them active duty right now. And I keep thinking to myself, what do those men
I'm
think
so
right now?
Ashamed of our country for this.
I am.
He's been released, though.
Yes, he has been released.
But, I fight this hard because my dad was a veteran. My dad was a veteran, and he's gone now, and I'm fight so hard for his legacy, because he served this country honorably, and he was so proud and such a patriot. And it's like, I fight so hard for him, and I'm the only one in my family that's a blue dot, and it blows my mind that I'm the only one in the family.
Because hold tight to your beliefs. That's how my whole name got started, a blue dot in Texas. Because where I live, that's all I am, a little bitty fucking dot in a sea of red. But you stand your ground, baby. You don't sell out your values, the things that you believe in, because your neighbor slaps up some political sign. You don't do that. You don't. Oh, we got a new one. Oh, goddamn. I just came down the street the other day. And my neighbor down the street, who's been flying rebel flag forever, thinks it's out there, in all sorts of weather. It got tarnished. It got dim. It got faded. So he bought a fucking new one.
Shameful.
Boy, how would you feel if every day on your street you came home and there's that Confederate flag sitting right up there, proud as a son of a bitch too. Now, he's got the American flag out there too. I don't know why. He's got the Texas flag out there. I don't know why. But boy, howdy shit, I know why he has that rebel flag out there. I know why he does.
Treason. He's a traitor. He wants to show he's a traitor, because they were traitors. It's not heritage. It's trade. It's being a traitor to the Union. That's all it is.
Yes,
and a loser.
On that level, yes, it is. There was a war between the North and the South. That was the loser's flag. They lost.
Yes, it was.
And you're still rooting for that side? Give it up, brother. Give it up. But that's not why he's doing it. I know why he's doing it.
Racism.
Because he thinks they ought to be owned.
Yes. And people will say it's not about slavery, and I bring up the statement of the articles of why they were leaving the Union, and it says either in the first 2 or Texas, it's in the 3rd paragraph. We're leaving it because of slavery. And I'm like, read this. In this statement, it's in the first 2, but Texas is in the 3rd paragraph that they're leaving the Union because of slavery. It all says it in their statement. So don't tell me it's not about slavery. I get so mad when people say it's not.
Because it took 2 years.
Galveston, where my dad was from.
Yeah, so
I'm like, that's shameful, But where did they all move? They moved all of the people. They moved their slaves to Texas, and they went to Texas because, they had an opportunity to keep it hidden, And I refer to Texas as Tejas because Mexico allowed homesteaders to be on their land, and then we stole it. We stole Texas Tejas from Mexico.
Oh yeah, we did.
They even let us vote in their elections. They let our homesteaders vote in their election.
In my backyard, is a river. That river used to be the dividing line between Texas and Mexico. That was the border, until the Texas-Mexican War, and where we decided to push it over to the Rio Grande and take all that land too. Yeah. So, and my area is very still to this day heavily Hispanic by nature, by heritage. These aren't like, oh, migrants just came in. No, their family's been here longer than my family.
Oh, I know. He presents it as if they started coming over during Obama. I'm like,
yes.
What?
No,
You know,
That's the disgusting
Shit.
part of this, because it is racial profiling, what they're doing, what ICE is doing. It is racial
Yes.
profiling. If you're
well,
Hispanic,
they went
you
after
got to
the
be
Native
nervous.
Americans. Wait a minute.
You
They went
better-
after the Native Americans. They went after the black people. They went after the women. Well, you know, the Mexicans were, that's all that was left. Come on.
The only
Don't
thing they
forget
want
trans.
left are
They
white
went after
Christian
trans.
nationalists.
Yes,
That's what they
exactly.
want. White
My
Christian
dad and
nationalists.
I.
And it just,
Yep, my dad and I were big into history, and my dad always said, if you do not know history, you're doomed to repeat the sins of
Sure.
the past.
that's
and
what the
so-
yellow line is. And guess what?
Absolutely.
We're repeating it, baby. We
They're
are right
following
now.
They're following the playbook, man.
You
And
know,
it's just
we-
like Hitler looked to our racism, to do the whole Holocaust and everything. He looked to the hatred of America and Jim Crow and how we treated the blacks.
Oh, you mean back when
Just like-
America was great?
Yeah, and so did
Yeah.
in apartheid. They looked to America's hatred. I mean, what does that tell you? That tells you a lot about our hatred, discrimination, and the Jim Crow and how we treated
John,
other,
it's not going to end well.
Oh,
and,
you mean
and
land of the, hey, no, that's land of the free for the white man.
exactly. That's what our country is founded on. The white landowning white man.
Yes. And that's what they
And
want.
in 1619, that is when race was
Oh, there you go.
created, so that the indentured servants and the slaves did not join forces against the white landowner. And that's why I always say there's only one race, the human race.
Well, that's what you like to think. That's what you'd like to think. Isn't that what all the religions teach and all that shit? Isn't that what we're supposed to teach? Yeah. Yeah.
Not
In
the
fact-
religion they're
What's that thing that
spewing
gets in the way?
nowadays, John.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
what they're
Fucking
spewing
religion.
now.
No. Mm-mm.
Do what, baby?
No.
Huh?
That's-
I said not what the religious is spreading now. They're up there preaching the politics from the pulpit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Didn't he
Take their
just get
fucking
rid of
tax
the
exempt
Johnson law?
status away.
Didn't he do
Let's let
an
them-
executive order of getting rid of the Johnson law, where separation
Yep,
of
yep.
church and state is no
Yep.
more? What the fuck?
Yep.
I mean,
Separation of church and state is essential for a free and democratic society. It's in the basic
First
core of our
Amendment.
founding.
yeah,
Yes.
that's
It's
how
in
we
our
came here,
basic-
Protestants. Persecutions of Protestants from the king. I mean, that's why we came here. I mean, it makes no sense. I'm
sorry. To me, none of it. When we get onto the whole discussion of religion, it's lost on me because I don't understand it. I don't believe in a magic man in the sky. You're a magic man or anybody's magic man. I look at the heavens.
Yeti man.
I see science. I see questions about infinity. It goes on forever. Really? Well, what's after that?
Yeah,
Nothing.
entropy. Our universe is
it goes-
expanding
universes-
continuously.
Well, that's just our visible universe. We're just determining everything by what we can see right now. But that's changing all the time with new satellites and shit, telescopes and crap. We're reaching farther out there. And to me, to this day, I still ain't seen no magic man up there. What we have is a planet that if we don't take care of this planet,
Exactly.
well, shit, we might need a spaceship to try to escape to another planet. Where's that, John? Well, shit, don't worry, you ain't going to get there.
They won't either because there's no planet hospitable.
No.
There's none that's going to be hospitable. There's no way. I mean, even the astrophysicists out there
the ones
said
that have been
Mars is
spotted
not.
that are probabilities are hundreds of light years away. Okay.
Yeah, and there's no
That
way we
means
can make. There's
we're
no
gonna
way.
have several generations born on spaceships trying to get to that thing.
My thing is if they try to go to Mars, please let me be one of their slaves because I'm going to sabotage the fuck out of that spaceship.
Well, it looks like the Chinese will get there long before we do.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, they have all this money and they could be using it to do desalination plants so that we can have fresh water using ocean water. You know, they could be doing all these good things.
That was
but
discussed.
They're not. They don't care.
Here's where Texas is. We had years ago, 20, 30, 40 years ago, shit, I'm old. There was a huge discussion about a desalination plant right here, and it's still going on to this day. There's still a big push for a desalination plant right here on the Gulf Coast in Corpus Christi because we have a dire need for water. What did we do? We didn't want a desalination plant. What we did is now, mind you, right north of me, on this river that I live on, there's a dam. On the other side of that dam is Lake Mathis. All right, that's the water source supposed to be for Corpus Christi. Well, that's not enough. So we need to build a pipeline all the way up to Lake Texana up by Victoria, and suck water out of their aquifer. And you know, you can only do that so much before you run out of freaking water. So the discussion on desalination, it goes on here, but to no end. At some point, you're going to need it because we are running out of water.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's like
we are here in Texas. We are the whole state. Exactly.
Yes,
absolutely.
In many places in the country, and especially if you live near a coast, desalination is a
it's a must.
Again, they're doing it in other places, like that high-speed rail shit. I don't know.
Well,
I guess they got engineers over there that really know how to do that kind of shit. We don't.
Pakistan had to do a desalination plant because when they had that when they had the rise in water there, the soil was destroyed by all the salt that came, and so they had to do it for drinking water, and they had to do it because they really didn't have their soil where they used to plant got ruined by all the salt from the rising tide. And so it was an essential thing from all the flooding and stuff that happened. And I'm like, if Pakistan is doing it, why the hell aren't we? It's just insane. It just blows my mind that we think we're
supposed to be the leading nation in the world, and I swear sometimes when I watch the Discovery Channel I think, maybe
we're dumb. We're just pretty dumb.
I just watched one the other day.
Exceptionalism.
Cities. I don't know. My son watches a lot of documentaries and stuff, and it's
Me too. Indonesia. Look at how they're losing so much from to sea levels rising. I mean, they're really
you kiss places like Miami. Toast. Over the years.
Yeah.
It's going to be toast.
Hell, they can't even get insured. And along the sea, along the ocean line in Florida. I mean, and there are a lot of places along the coast in Texas that can't get insurance. It's just like, don't you see how this is affecting y'all? I mean, y'all need to take it seriously.
I'm sitting here looking at a headline that says it's the summer of flooding in the U.S. and scientists know large parts of the U.S. have seen an unusually humid summer with record amounts of moisture in the air.
That's our future.
It is.
It is. Not only that, do you remember when Texas never had earthquakes until they started fracking? We used to not have earthquakes from what I remember. But then they started fracking, and all of a sudden then they started having earthquakes around where they're fracking.
Well, the pure nature of fracking, is exactly what it says. You're fracturing the earth. You're drilling a hole.
Yeah.
And not just straight down. You drill down a little ways, and then you turn that bed horizontal, and you drill sideways for a long way, and then you pull that out, and then you put that under so much freaking pressure until everything down there just cracks, fractures, gets everything. And if you live anywhere within a certain area, a certain distance from that, like if you're on a water well, your water well's fucked. You're pretty well screwed.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Think about how it affects aquifers. Think about how it affects the aquifers and shit.
Yes.
You're fucking up with natural spring water.
We could get oil and gas out of there, man. It's just,
It is so.
What a small price to pay.
Mind-blowing.
Come on. But
I know, to get your money.
It's all about the money. It's all about the almighty dollar.
I know. Well, think about it. Ferris Wilks and his brother,
But
they're the ones who pushed the voucher program, and gave $6 million to Abbott to push the voucher program, and Tim Dunn, the other, rich dude, to push the voucher program. And then Jeff Yass, who's in what? I think he's in, where is he? He's up north. He gave him $10 million to push the voucher program.
Boy, that is shit.
I mean, it's just insane, and that just steals money from the public education system.
Hey, let me catch up real quick. Non-Useful 2 came in with a $2 donation and said, save us some money, Trump, and resign. Nixon did. Nixon did the right thing. Finally, after some arm twisting. And Non-Useful 2 came back with another $5 donation and said, Friday SCOTUS gave ministers and clergy legal standing on preaching politics from the pulpit.
Yep.
Let's tax the shit out of them. Pay the taxes, baby. You could talk politics. It's no longer a religion. It's more of a, I don't know, social gathering, a political meeting.
Mm-hmm. Wait a minute, John. What about feeding all these people they're taking off of SNAP and Medicare and everything? They'd be lined up at the missions.
Bleeding hearts again, worried about people and food and medical stuff.
Wasn't that what the church was to do?
When you could imagine.
And that what they preached?
Well, not the preachers I know down here in Texas. They like to spend it on big fucking houses.
You know what I want for
and airplanes.
You know what I want for my next birthday? I want a big fat Trump Bible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
With the Constitution on.
With the Constitution and the Pledge of Allegiance.
Yeah. I was being a little bit sarcastic.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, they don't, again, you get me on religion, but that question is, how can you have a
Trump is selling Bibles? How can you
a religion?
The president is selling Bibles.
What now?
Unreal.